Hey there, magical stargazer. So you want to know about Jupiter getting into the sign of Gemini and what that means for your sign. Well, I'm going to be going through every rising sign, which also works for the moon. So if you don't know your rising sign, you can use your moon. And I know you want to break through this wall of chaos and negativity into a space of optimism. And guess what? That's what Jupiter in Gemini has to offer. And I can feel your vibe. You and me right here, right now. I can feel you, babe. I can feel you needing to do something better with your life. Today is your lucky day because Jupiter is the planet of luck. From June 2025 to June 2026, yes, 1 year, Jupiter is calling us to accept the curious ride that they have for us and ride that wave of optimism and opportunity for a whole year. Hi, I'm Beth Hansen, and I am your soul sister and your guide to weaving the magic of the stars with the power of Mother Earth. And if that sounds like your jam, comment star friend below. Today we're going to break down how Jupiter's journey through Gemini will activate and ignite all 13 signs. Yes, I said 13 because this is real sky, real time, true sidereal astrology. So if you follow the standard Western tropical astrology, they don't work with the stars. They only work with the planets and the signs as they were 2,000 years ago, and also shaved down to be 30 degrees each. We work with the whole signs, the whole constellations, as they are in the sky, as behind the planets, and as they speak to us through the planets, amplifying that energy. And Jupiter is a huge amplifier. Don't have a true sidereal chart handy? Well, lucky you. Again, we're bringing the luck in. I have a free chart calculator down below in the comments, along with a free PDF to help you get started with true sidereal astrology. It's my gift to you to unlock the magic of this real zodiac in the real time. You're going to want to stick around to the end of the video because I'm going to be highlighting the key dates you're going to want to put on your calendar so you can work with the magic of the stars as that comes through your zodiac sign and through Gemini and Jupiter. Let us start with the big picture of Jupiter zipping its way across Gemini from June 6th, 2025 to June 4th of 2026. This is a fast transit, which is going to be communicating growth and wisdom from Jupiter, along with quick thinking, curiosity, and learning with Gemini. And just a quick heads up, Jupiter is going to be going into Cancer for just a little minute, and then it will be going retrograde back into Gemini. There will be more on all the dates and how they're going to affect at the end of this video, so stay tuned. Now let's get personal. Jupiter will show up in each rising sign a little bit differently because each rising sign is working with a different area of life. I'm going to just give you a quick tour around the zodiac with Jupiter and Gemini and how it affects each rising sign and moon sign. And I will have them time-stamped in the description below so you can jump to your particular sign or signs. Absolutely go ahead and use them both because it's pretty, chances are your rising sign and your moon sign are different, but you can utilize both of them in order to make the most of your year of optimism and opportunity and luck in Gemini. So let's get started with our friend Aries. For an Aries rising or an Aries moon, Jupiter is affecting your third house of communication, siblings. Expect new learning opportunities, networking, maybe even starting a project like a podcast or something else involving communications. Aries is going to be starting the ignition for you to do with what you want. But just remember, Aries is a race car, not a golf cart. So be sure that what you are starting up is going to take you where you want to go because it starts fast. With Taurus rising or moon in Taurus, Jupiter is working through your second house of money, self-worth, and what you are valuing in the physical world and your reality. Watch for financial growth, but don't rush into any business opportunities at least until after December has passed. There's going to be a lot happening when things dip into Cancer that could melt away all that fiery energy that we've got going on with Jupiter being a fire sign. Taurus is about cultivating those opportunities. So it does take a little time for things to get planted before they start to grow. So give it a little time. If your inspiration doesn't sprout right away, just know that it will. With the moon, this is a great time to connect to your intuition and working around the house in creating sacred space. Next, we have Gemini rising, the moon in Gemini. So Gemini it's the sign we're working with. So you should be pretty familiar with it if you're Gemini rising. It does mean that Mercury is the ruler of your whole chart. It's a pretty strong play, but in this, Jupiter is in your first house of identity. Now is the time to transform who you are, how you want to be seen in the world, and it's time for that whole life makeover. This is your year to reinvent yourself and take bold steps forward. You are supported in luck and communication in a very big way. For the moon, this is the time to check in with your intuition because you are getting some transmissions coming through from the local cosmos and very immediate and attention-seeking big ideas might be coming your way intuitively that you can incorporate into your true self and how you show up. For Cancer rising and moon in Cancer, Jupiter is working through your 12th house. So this is a time of spiritual retreat and self-care. And you are going to be expanding on creating the sacred in your life, of honoring your needs and the needs of those close to you. So it is a really great time for you to plan some sort of spiritual retreat for yourself, whether you are joining others, take up a spiritual hobby of some sort, whether it is yoga or meditation. All of these will nurture you in your rising sign, and your moon sign is going to be learning how to deal with deep empathy and learning how to channel those energies in a positive way. And that's part of why you are going to be needing some serious time alone. Make a schedule of it. Make it part of your routine. And don't be afraid to take a big retreat or a vacation into nature at some point this year. And if you haven't already, please go ahead and download my True Sidereal Starter Guide. Unlock the new Zodiac. That way you will have a better idea of the flow of what the sun is doing as Jupiter's hanging out in Gemini. So comment below with What is your moon sign or your rising sign? Let me know if you're ready for your Gemini transmission. Say, I'm ready in the comments. With Leo rising and moon in Leo, Jupiter is giving the green light to your social activities and the broadening social circles that you are currently a part of, and even expanding to new social circles. It is about networking and connecting with others. If Leo is your rising sign, you are showing up to the party with magnetic charisma. People are going to be drawn to you automatically, and you will be shining bright. With Moon in Leo, this is a time when you're going to be connecting on that heart level, and you're going to see the twinkle in somebody's eye, and you're going to just know that that is a soul friend for you. So look to that. If you have a moon in Leo, there's going to be some really great soul level connections that you're going to enliven and strengthen throughout this year. If you have Virgo rising or moon in Virgo, Jupiter in Gemini is going to be shining through your 10th house of career and public image. This is a great opportunity for you as a Virgo because it means new career steps are happening, new leadership opportunities, and otherwise other ways that you're going to be recognized in an expansive way. For Virgo rising in particular, notice the pace that things are starting to go. They may be going at an accelerated pace. Recognize it, understand it, and work within the framework, and know that you can adjust your personal pace to match up with Jupiter, and know that you are safe and supported as you do that with communicative Gemini energy. You need help? Just ask. And for the moon in Virgo, your insight and intuition is firmly grounded in Mother Earth. At the same time, this is a really good time to pay attention to the more watery things that tend to slip through the cracks of the structures that you depend on. So take some time, take some ease, and reflect and review. And get with some watery energy. Long hot baths, walks by the beach, swimming, anything like that would help you connect with water in nature. Okay, Libra rising. So for you, this is in your 9th house. So this is an opportunity for you to explore, do some traveling, and maybe tap into the higher learning piece of your vibe. The one thing I do want to say is that with Jupiter involved, tends to want to have you go really, really big. So make sure whatever it is that you're exploring or learning, that you manage that work-life play balance in your life. Don't overextend yourself, because the last thing you want as a Libra rising is to be overextended. Now on to the Libra moon. Libra moon is going to experience, oh my Libra moon, blessings on you. You're going to experience a wonderful aspect of life, and that is the opportunity for experiencing a spiritual awakening. This will enhance your spirituality and open your mind to new ideas. And I'm here to be your guide and help you with that. So if you need anything, let me know in the comments. Also, let me know, are you a Libra moon or Libra rising? Type in the comments below. Yeah, so Libra, you've got some really awesome opportunities for growth this year. All right, Scorpio moon and Scorpio rising. This is all about diving deep, getting into the mysteries, and plumbing the depths of communal resources, and shared opportunities for magic. Scorpio rising, you are uncovering the mysteries surrounding fate and fortune. You're also uncovering some old wounds that need deep healing. Trust the process. You will get there. When it comes to digging up fate and fortune, think of yourself as the cosmic archaeologist at work. Exciting things will be found for you, whether it be in healing or greater wisdom and expansion of your knowledge. And Scorpio moons, for you, this is big magic and big feelings as you explore what you are capable of. You're going to encounter the collective unconscious and access to the Akashic records. You were made for this work. And now the fun sign, the new sign, Ophiuchus rising and Ophiuchus moon also has its toe in the 8th house. But at the same time, this is the house of the higher self. So it is between the worlds and beyond the zodiac. Ophiuchus takes us through the center of our galaxy, the galactic center. There's a black hole there, and it is a place of portals. So if you've got Ophiuchus rising, that means you are a portal keeper, and you are going to be sharing that wisdom as a cosmic guide to others, and just general wisdom about spirituality. You're going to be the cosmic guidance counselor. When it comes to a moon in Ophiuchus, this is your time for deep personal transformation and discovering what next opportunity is on your transformational path. What are you rebirthing and bringing into the world as bright and shiny as a new babe, psychically and metaphysically? Maybe you're just holding space for others as they share in that work. Maybe it's a big Ophiuchus gathering of moons. So after Ophiuchus, we have bright, shining, sparkly Sagittarius. This is my rising sign. So I am super excited for this. This is going to be in the 7th house of relationships and partnerships and contracts. So this is your opportunity to expand on an existing relationship or find a new one in love and business. Partnerships are in the offing, but don't sign any contracts. Let things grow naturally before committing, whether it's in a relationship on a personal level or writing a contract with somebody as a partnership. Oh yeah, and by the way, Sagittarius risings, that's right, Jupiter is your chart ruler. So there's a little bit of optimism in everything you do anyway. For those of you with the moon in Sagittarius, honor that warmth and fire expansion of your heart while staying connected to your emotions and Mother Earth. That is the best way to expand, and you will become a magnet for luck and opportunity, and you'll recognize it in your gut level of intuition. We have Capricorn rising and Capricorn moon in Capricorn. Jupiter in your 6th house has to do with the work you do in the world and in the home. Also, your health and your habits are affected by Jupiter in Gemini. This is a reminder not to overdo the work and not to overdo your mental stimulation or what you're requiring from yourself mentally. So if you are on a learning track or a teaching track, Don't go in for all the extra hours that you think you need to. Let the universe handle it. Also, if you're working on getting to that top of the mountain, it's okay to delegate, because you're not just expanding upward, which you can lead, but you are expanding outward, and that means teamwork. Teamwork makes the dream work for Capricorn with Jupiter in Gemini, for Capricorn rising, for the Capricorn moon. This is your time to dance by the moonlight and let your goatfish shiny self do its mystical, magical thing. Getting into nature, hiking, all those things will soothe your heart and will bring your intuition grounded and down to earth, and you will not become overwhelmed with the amount of messages that you will be receiving, because expect a lot, because Jupiter is a lot and Gemini is bringing it down for you. Aquarius rising and moon in Aquarius, Jupiter is working through your 5th house. So this is creativity taking the driver's seat. So expect some drama coming into your life, and just know not to overindulge, because that's always a bad idea for Aquarians. Aquarius rising, it's all about singing the body electric. Just take care that you don't let that charged up energy get out of control, or you or someone else will be in for a shock. For Aquarius moon, congratulations, you're getting a firmware upgrade. Your psychic senses are gonna be hardwired into the cosmic collective, and it is a permanent upgrade, and actually it's more of a hardware upgrade, to be honest. Consider this your new processor. Pisces rising and moon in Pisces. This is Jupiter in the 4th house. You are working the home front here. This is how it's happening in your home. So think of renovations, redecoration, whatever it takes to make the flow in your home life better. This can mean a big change or even moving your home. Also, creating a sanctuary in your home or garden is a wonderful way to channel in this big energy from Jupiter in Gemini. If you have a moon in Pisces, this is your opportunity to walk closely with the moon on a daily basis and understand that flow, because messages will be becoming, and you're going to have a deep, deep well to draw from for your intuition, your inner workings, your magic, and your emotional well-being and your emotional relationships. And that's what we have for the 13 signs. Now, let's take a look at those special dates as promised. So there are 6 key dates to unlock your potential working with Jupiter in Gemini from June 2025 to June 2026. And you don't want to miss any of this, because these dates include Jupiter's aspect to Rahu, which is all about ascending to your highest self and highest incarnation in this lifetime and reaching your full potential. First date is the date that Jupiter transits from Taurus, earthy Taurus, into Gemini, the sky mind. And as it struts into Gemini, think of this as the universe handing you a backstage pass to all the fresh ideas, new beginnings, and opportunities, and somewhere back there is that pot of gold, that lucky charm that you're going to have access to for the next 12 months. While Jupiter is traveling through Gemini on that date, guess what? The sun is still in Taurus, which is why it's really important for you to get that free PDF and get hooked into my email list so you can stay on top of everything that's going on week to week in True Sidereal and what signs things are in and what's happening. What is good in your life? What are you grateful for? Comment below, because Jupiter is going to give you a lot more to be grateful for, because it's all about expansion. So that takes us all the way to October 28th. This is when Jupiter takes that little bit of toe dip into Cancer. So this is a time for you to rest and reflect on all the growth that you have experienced. This is a time to ground that energy. This is a time to review and reflect and to take a break. All right, now November 12th, this is the day that Jupiter stations retrograde. Now, retrogrades get a bad rap, but all it means is that they are going to be reworking that path. And as they do so, the planet is actually closer to us. It's when it's moving closest to us. And as it moves through that path again, you get to rework what you were already discovering in the past couple months. You get to review it. You get to become better at it. You get to expand further on the path you've already led. This is less of a time for new opportunities while it's in retrograde. Is back in Gemini. It's time for your encore. Yes, you are not out of luck if you're picking this up in December. Yes, right around Christmas time. Now, the really big date I want you to be aware of, it's far out into the future if you're watching this at the time this is posted, but it is March 10th. This is when things really hook up. Okay? So I'm going to look at my notes here because I need to. So March 10th, Jupiter goes direct in Gemini. So yeah, it came on December 4th, it came back into Gemini, but it isn't until March 10th that it starts going direct again. So it's time to launch, leap, and say yes to that next big thing. And here's why. Because the path is clearing. The aspects that are happening here with Jupiter and Gemini, it is trine Rahu, which is the north node, Mercury, and the sun in Aquarius. That means all big picture things having to do with either individuation or humanity, either yourself or the world and your community at large. It is smooth sailing. This is the time. But be aware, it has one square, and that's to asteroid Lilith in Pisces, bringing it into big light and communication. And frankly, Lilith is demanding some action of Jupiter, saying, if you're going to be making these Rahu, Mercury, Sun connections in Aquarius, you need to address the other, the ones who were shut out of community and shut out and otherwise trampled by society and civilization. March 10th is a big, big day for a big, big communication. So expect there to be big, big news at that point. And our final date, our sixth date for this sixth planet. So it's June 3rd. That's its last day in Gemini according to True Sidereal Midpoint, which is what I use and learn from Mastering the Zodiac. You know, it's around that area, and that's just when things are wrapping up. Mark these dates because the universe is basically giving you an opportunity of big transformation, to be a part of it for yourself, your family, your community, and for all of humanity and the planet itself. Don't forget Gaia. Don't forget the moon. Don't forget our love for nature in all of this, because what do? We weave the magic of the stars with the power of Mother Earth. So Jupiter in Gemini is your year to express your curiosity and shine through with your optimism. Enjoy this wonderful ride and know that Jupiter has your back, and there's some serious magic going on, and luck is your companion when you align with the true sidereal stars in their placements. So to do that, remember that we have that resource down below, a PDF that is free for you that will give you some insight into this 13th sign of Ophiuchus, as well as the timing for the different signs as the sun is passing through them. Stay inspired. Allow the stars to bring light to your life, even in the darkest times. Now that you know what Jupiter in Gemini means for your rising sign and your moon sign, you might be wondering about more details about making the switch to the new 13 sign zodiac. So we're going to put that link up here to that video, because once you pair that with what you've already learned here today, this path becomes way more powerful for you. Blessed be, namaste, and all that jazz, and I'll see you in the next video.